Students, here one more type of polynomial is zero polynomial. If all the coefficients in the polynomial are 0, then p of x is equal to 0, which is called zero polynomial. Now let us consider one example here. P of x is equal to 5x cubed plus 4x square plus 7. Now consider the coefficient 0 here. That means here in place of 5, if 0 is there, then 0 into x cube is 0. We will get 0 here. Then in place of 4, if 0 is there, then 0 into x square is again 0. And in place of 7, 0 is there, then we will get p of x is equal to 0, which is called zero polynomial. The degree of the zero polynomial is not defined because 0 into x raised to 0 is again 0. So no any variable is there. So we can't tell the degree of this zero polynomial. Now let us start exercise 2.1. I am going to read the question number 1 from this exercise. Which of the following expressions are polynomials in one variable and which are not? Now here you have to give the reason for your answer. Now first sum from question number 1. This is 4x square minus 3x plus 7. Here this is a polynomial in variable x of degree 2. So it is a polynomial in variable x, in one variable x. Now second example, y square plus root 2 is also a polynomial of degree 2. Here everywhere there is, here also the power of x is 2, power of x is 1, power of x is 0, power of y is 2 here. So everywhere powers are a whole number, and so these are the polynomials. Now in example 3 root t plus t into root 2. Now here this 3 root t we can write 3 into t raised to 1 upon 2, because root we also write as t raised to 1 upon 2 plus t raised to 1 into root 2. Now here check the powers of the variable. Here variable is t. In the second term the power of t is 1, and in the first term the power of t is 1 upon 2, which is not a whole number, and therefore this is not a polynomial. Now let us consider the fourth example. Here y plus 2 upon y. This we can write y raised to 1. Now check the powers of the variable. Y raised to 1 plus 2 into y raised to minus 1, because as we are taking this y from the denominator to the numerator, its power is going to be negative. And as this is not a whole number, this is also not a polynomial. Now fifth sum, x raised to 10 plus y raised to 3 plus t raised to 50. Now this is a polynomial in 3 variables, because here x, y and t, these 3 variables are used, and therefore this is a polynomial in 3 variables. It is not a polynomial in one variable. Now let us see the question. Now let us start the question number 2. Write the coefficients of x square in each of the following. First sum, 2 plus x square plus x. Now here coefficient of x square is 1. In the second sum the coefficient of x square is minus 1. In the third sum coefficient of x square is pi upon 2. In the fourth sum the coefficient of x square, as here there is no any term with x square, so this we can write as 0 into x square plus root 2 into x minus 1. So this equation or expression we can convert into this type of expression. Now here the coefficient of x square is 0 and therefore in the fourth sum coefficient of x square is 0 here. Now question number 3. Give one example each of a binomial of degree 35 and of a monomial of degree 100. Now see the example of each. A binomial of degree 35. As it is a binomial, it will contain two terms. So let us consider 2x plus 5. Now here as there are two terms, it is a binomial. Now it is a binomial of degree 35, so we have to consider the power of the variable as 35 here. So this is one example of a binomial of degree 35. Like this you can write one more example also, that is 10m raised to 35 minus 15, like this. So these are the two examples of a binomial of degree 35. Now a monomial of degree 100. Now here monomial, so the polynomial with only one term, containing only one term. So you can write here only x or only m. So as it is a monomial of degree 100, you can give the power of these variables as 100. So these are the two examples of monomial of degree 100. Now question number 4 is for homework, because here you have to write the degree of each of the following polynomials. Now see here, first example. In first sum 5x cube plus 4x square plus 7x, here degree of this polynomial is 3 because the highest power of the variable is 3 here. Now in second sum degree of the polynomial is 2, third sum degree of the polynomial is 1, and in fourth sum degree of the polynomial is 0 because as it is a constant polynomial and its degree is 0. Now let us see the last question of this exercise, that is question number 5. Classify the following as linear, quadratic and cubic polynomials. Now for this you make the columns like this and write your answers in these columns: polynomial, linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. We know that linear polynomial is a polynomial having degree 1, quadratic polynomial is a polynomial having degree 2, and cubic polynomial is a polynomial having degree 3. So the first example, x square plus x, as its degree is 2, it is a quadratic polynomial. Second, x minus x cube, as its degree is 3, it is a cubic polynomial. In the third sum, its degree is 2, so it is again a quadratic polynomial. Here degree of polynomial is 1 and therefore it is a linear polynomial. This is also linear polynomial, this is a quadratic polynomial and this is cubic polynomial. So here we are going to stop our today's session. For homework you complete all these sums from exercise 2.1 in your maths notebook. You have to put one maths notebook and write in that book all the notes and the example in that book. Thank you students.